Hi guys, it's me, Linda Akinbusuyi, also known as Linda Akins for short, for those of you guys that can't pronounce my last name or that butcher it. I know it's been a while for my subscribers. You guys haven't seen me in a while. I've been so busy. There's been so many things besides COVID. This year I started a second business called Booski Boots, which is an online boutique. Check that out. In addition to that, I'm getting married this year. Yeah, so there's like so many things that's going on. For those who are new, hi, welcome, hello. I want to thank you for watching this video and hopefully subscribing. A little bit about myself. I have been in childcare since age 13. I was taking care of 4 kids, and I still have to take care of them now, even though they're grown. 2 of them are in college, and 1 is an adult, and she's starting her own business. In addition to having worked with them all those years, I've worked with other children from different races, different backgrounds, different cultures, some that have had disabilities, some that have not. I've been a daycare teacher, and while being a daycare teacher, I obtained so many certificates and licenses just to be a part of the daycare world and just to kind of further along my education as a childcare professional. I'm also a daycare consultant. I help daycares find staffing and any additional services they might need to expand their daycare. In addition to that, I am a newborn care specialist, and I'm currently working on my degree in child psychology. So yeah, if there's anybody that knows kids, it's me. I'm the childcare professional. And yes, I talk with my hands. I can't help it. I'm an animated person. I work with kids. There will always be hand gestures going on. That's just what I do. I can't help it. I'm sorry. My topic for today is beating the bad out of your children. Yes. So I'm just having flashbacks of being a Nigerian girl living with her 2 Nigerian parents. My dad was very passive as far as he didn't punish me. I didn't get any punishments from him. But my mom, oh, I can remember the beatings. In fact, there was this one beating, this one whooping that she gave me. And it was right after I came out of the shower. And I'm pretty sure if child services knew about that beating today, Mom, I love you though. I love you. But I remember that. Those beatings didn't help me, by the way, because I was still doing bad stuff. But anyway, but I turned out great. It's not about me anymore. It's about you guys. So, beating the bad out of your children. So, let me rectify myself, because I know that title's like, whoa. I am not advocating child abuse. Neither am I advocating that every parental dilemma that you encounter should result in a belt. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm speaking more of the metaphorically beating the bad out of your children, not the physical. So I had to clear that up. Now that I have clarified that, let's go into the first way to beat the bad out of your children. Encouragement. Encourage. You can never encourage someone too much. I mean, yes, there is a such thing as overkill, but when it comes to kids, do it. Grown-ups are kind of weird. They don't want to be overly encouraged, but kids, you have to encourage them. Encourage them in all the efforts that they put out. Encourage them in all the things that they're doing. Give them positive encouragement, positive feedback. They need that. When kids are filled with so much, positive encouragement, it's really hard for them to be shaken by, a lot of negative feedback. And you know what? Studies show that for every negative feedback, you need twice as much encouraging feedback. So in everything, encourage your children. The second point is consistency. Remain consistent. It's so funny that we adults want some sort of consistency when it comes to our job, when it comes to our relationships, but a lot of us put our children into situations where they're not able to be consistent, where it's just shattered, where things are all over the place, or in situations where they do one thing one day and you penalize them for it, and then they do the same thing the next day and you're like, oh, it's okay, whatever. Children thrive on schedule. They thrive on consistency. They thrive on things happen repeatedly. They may get bored, but at least they know the routine. So if you're telling your child don't do this day, then you need to keep that same energy the next time they do it. Some of you guys probably aren't hearing me, but that's okay. I said it, consistency. The third thing is a strike system. Now, I'm all about strike systems because kids can really test you. I believe in strike systems, and strike systems are basically systems implemented within your household, kind of like you would have at work, where you have the first warning, the second warning, the third warning, or you have a list of protocols and things that are frowned upon, that are not encouraged to do. That is a strike system with kids. So if one of your strike systems in the house is that your children would not curse, they need to know that this is something that in the house we don't do. And if we do it, there are repercussions to this act. I can make a video about those repercussions that you can implement. If I get enough requests for that video, I can make one. Otherwise, that's something I feel like every household can implement on their own. So my fourth way of beating the bad out of your children is rewards. I know you're like, why would we reward our children for being bad? Sounds like an oxymoron. No. So the rewards are not for them when they're bad, and the rewards are not a system that should be implemented as a way for them to be good. I do not personally believe in the chain of reaction reward system, which is basically saying, hey, if you're good to your sister or you're good to your brother for this whole day, I'll give you 10 cookies. Or, hey, if you don't fight with anybody for 2 months, you get a trip to wherever you want to. I personally do not encourage that system, only because kids are really smart and they can play that system. And so now they'll act up so that you can offer more incentives, and then they keep acting up and it just keeps building. I've been in that situation, and no. The reward system I am talking about is spontaneous. Like when your child is just having a great day. Maybe your child said something sweet to you, like, Mom, you look beautiful. Dad, you look handsome. Maybe your child just did the dishes. Rewarding random acts of kindness, or just rewarding them just because you love them and they're your child, opens up that communication style, that love language to them. Like, hey, I'm loved. I don't have to always, do something for me to be shown love. Mom and dad just love me. And that really says a lot for a child and for a human being. There are human beings who their love language is simply saying nice words spontaneously, or giving them gifts randomly, or doing nice acts of service just randomly. I would implement the same actions, the same strategy with your children. Building relationship. Now, this one can be hit or miss with some families. When I say build a relationship with your child, I am not saying you need to be your child's best friend. I'm not saying you need to be your child's go-to wingman. That is not the context I'm talking about. I am talking about building a safe space, a safe relationship where your child can talk to you freely, a safe space where your child can feel like, hey, you know what, Mom is going to listen to me, Dad is going to listen to me. Building that relationship where you guys can grow together as parent and child. A relationship where you and your child have love and respect for each other. Patience. You need patience. There's nothing else I can build on top of that. Patience is just patience. You're going to need patience for everything and everyone in your life. You need patience even for yourself. So when dealing with your children, especially if they have some negative tendencies that you do not like, you need to be patient with them. Okay, now I'm going to mention one that a lot of you may not like, but I'm still going to mention it. Gain perspective. Done. Gain perspective. Gaining perspective means sometimes you have to consider other people's ideas. And that could be in the sense of a family therapist. It can be in the sense of reading a parental book. It can be in the sense of talking to someone that you trust, someone that you feel like you can take advice from to help you. Because you can't do everything alone. We just can't. As humans, we get overwhelmed. And a task like this, especially when you're dealing with a child that may have those negative tendencies, you may get burnt out and exhausted. So definitely have other perspectives. If you're a single parent, please definitely do. It will help you and it will make your life easier. If you are a two-parent household, gain some perspective. Whatever you feel is a safe space for you or a safe person to talk to, please do not be afraid to gain some additional help and perspective, because you never know. You just never know what somebody else may say that may help you in that moment. Don't judge your child. I know a lot of our older generation may have been a little judgmental. Yes, y'all were. You want to make sure your child does not feel like everything you say to them they're being judged or you're feeling so negative about. You want to make sure that you're offering them a sense of grace, in certain situations where maybe they messed up, they did something. You don't want them to just be like, well, dang, I've messed up again. Oh, dang, mom and dad just hate me. You don't want your child to ever feel judged by you. It's not your job to judge and persecute your child. It's your job to love them and guide them. And you want to create this judgment-free zone early, because if your children don't feel comfortable coming to you, they're going to go to somebody else. And hopefully whoever they go to or decide to go to is somebody that has pure intentions for them. Otherwise, it can really get messy, because people can give your child advice that they do not need. Okay, I'm almost done. So, talk and try to find their hidden need. Yes, I'm looking at notes because I'm saying a lot. There's always a hidden need. There's always something that's an underlying situation or something that is bothering your child, especially if your child is exhibiting negative tendencies and behavior. It is your job to find out what's going on. I was a nanny for a child, and she was an angel at school, just wonderful at school. At home, she was the exorcist. Her parents were just like, this child is unbelievable. And this child had scared away several other nannies. So I walked into an environment where I was like, oh, okay, let's see what we're going to do. I implemented a lot of other strategies dealing with her. However, one of the biggest things I was doing was talking to her. And I ultimately realized that a lot of the underlying behavior issues were, one of them was because she was being bullied at school. So that is why it's important to talk to your children and keep talking, keep asking questions. Even if they're tired, keep on opening those lines of communication, because you just don't know what they're going through. Children have battle scars too. They have things that they're dealing with, and it's not just you, mom and dad. Okay, drum roll please. because I am on my last point, which is love and respect. It's a no-brainer. If you love somebody, you're going to respect them, regardless of what age they are. You'll be surprised how children, how they feel about you respecting them. Children don't want to be belittled, just like adults do not want to be belittled or set aside or feel like their feelings are invalidated. They just don't. So love your children, wholeheartedly love them. When you already have that parental love for them, add more love on top of that so that you can give your children what they need, and you can be able to just give them all that love and support in the home so that they will be more comfortable and so that they'll be able to let their guard down. A lot of times when you love people that are unlovable by society's terms, and I'm not talking about your children. Children are lovable. I'm talking about in the context of an adult. When you love people that seem unlovable, it resonates in them. And they may not say it, and they may continue to be mean, but it speaks volumes to them. And they remember you for your kind actions. So you want to have that same demeanor when dealing with your kid, dealing with your children. Just love and respect them, just like you want them to do to you. So that's all I have for you, my dear families, parents, guardians, grandma, grandpa, whatever affiliation you have with a child. I hope that this video was helpful for you when dealing and navigating with children that quote unquote may have troublesome behavior or may exhibit bad behavior. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, share. I would appreciate it. And remember, these are just words from me as a child care professional. You can take what you want, to leave some that you don't. Feel free to leave comments. Feel free to message me. I'm just here, just spreading the knowledge that I have. And I look forward to speaking with you guys next time.